Hello, here is the news at this hour from Tstv. I am Olaide Amosu. Here are some major headlines. ILAKA felicitates with Oyo residents, urges peaceful coexistence. Nigerians to take tough decisions for Nigeria to survive, says Buhari. On foreign scene, South Africa opens borders to African countries, limits 50 nations. Exciting world of sports, NEYMAR and ALVARO avoid punishment for alleged racism. Now the news in detail. The Chief of Staff to the Governor of Oyo State, Chief Lukman Oyebisi ILAKA, felicitated with the residents of Oyo State and Nigeria in general, as today marks the date when Nigeria's founding fathers fought for the freedom of the nation. On his independence message, he said the celebration is to establish a veritable pedestal to honor patriotism, nationalism, and to reminisce the history of the founding fathers' glorious struggle to all generations. However, Chief ILAKA charged Oyo State residents to maintain peace and security, adding that it is paramount to sustain the unity of the country. He commended His Excellency Engineer Seyi Makinde for his efforts towards building a peaceful as well as boosting the state economy through agriculture and innovation. The Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, or your State Agro Ranger Squad, has arrested 3 alleged cattle rustlers with 18 cows at Kara Market in Ogbomosho Township of Oyo State. The Oyo State Commandant of Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps (NSCDC), Iskilu Akinsoya, while parading the suspects at the command state headquarters at Godi Ibadan, disclosed their names as Kabiru Galadi, Jamiu Muhammadu, Babuga Muhammadu, and Afi Muhammadu, who flee. The 3 suspects have been handed over to Nigeria Army, who has been on the trail of the suspect from Zamfara State for similar offences. Commandant Akisoya has, however, appreciated the good Fulani headsmen in Oyo State Vigilante, the Real Farmers Association, and other farmers, including well-meaning people of Oyo State, for their support in giving vital information to NSCDC. He also assured the public that the NSCDC, in collaboration with other sister agencies, is equal to the task of making Oyo State free of crimes and criminality, especially during this December months and beyond. President Muhammadu Buhari has emphasized the need for government and all Nigerians to take tough decisions for Nigeria to survive. This he said while delivering his Independence Day speech during a nationwide broadcast this morning. The president, who stated that national resources have now become scarcer, noted that his administration has been doing much with a very lean budget, hitting back at leaders in the past administrations who had in recent times heckled him and his administration for decisions and actions being taken, thereby blaming them for almost grinding the nation to a halt. However, on the decision of government to remove petroleum product subsidy, the president noted that Nigeria's pump prices are some of the cheapest in the world comparatively. The Academic Staff Union of Universities has yesterday accused the Minister of Labour and Employment, Dr. Chris Ngige, of being economical with the truth over his claims that the union would soon call off its strike. As he said, it was a lie that efforts to address the contentious issues were in progress and that the striking lecturers had been receiving their salaries regularly. It would be recalled that members of ASU had embarked on an indefinite strike on March 23rd over alleged shortcomings of integrated payroll and personal information system and failure of the federal government to honor its 2019 agreement. However, Ngige, while speaking with newsmen on Tuesday, said the Ministries of Finance, Education, Labour and Employment and the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation would meet with ASU. Moving on to the foreign scene, South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa has announced the country will reopen its borders to all African countries today while barring tourists from around 50 nations with high coronavirus infection rates. South Africa, the most industrialized economy in Africa, shuttered its borders at the start of a strict nationwide lockdown on March 27th to limit the spread of the virus. While restrictions on movement and business have been gradually eased since June, borders stayed sealed to avoid importing the virus from abroad. Foreign Minister Naledi Pandor said the country would gradually open borders, but that restrictions were in place for around 50 countries categorized as high risk, which include Britain, US, India, Russia, and France, stating that only business travelers with scarce armed critical skills, diplomats, investors, and professional sports people coming for events from the high-risk countries will be permitted into the country. Sierra Leonean anti-corruption investigators have yesterday requested to interview ex-president Ernest Bai Koroma after the government pledged to recover funds allegedly embezzled under his watch. This is according to a spokesman. The move follows the end of a year-long graft probe into Koroma and his former ministers in March, which found that funds worth tens of millions of dollars remain unaccounted for. Sierra Leone's current president, Julius Maada Bio, pledged this month to claw back any misappropriated funds. However, yesterday, the West African States Anti-Corruption Commission requested to quiz Koroma in person on October 5, while the Justice Ministry on Monday banned the ex-president and several other former ministers from leaving the country. Moving on to the exciting world of sports, three-time champion Serena Williams has withdrawn from the French Open because of an Achilles injury. The 39-year-old, who had been scheduled to play her second-round match against Bulgaria's Svezena Pironkova on Wednesday in a news conference, said she needs 4 to 6 weeks of sitting and doing nothing to recover. Meanwhile, this was reported that Williams picked up the Achilles problem during her US Open semi-final defeat by Victoria Azarenka earlier this month, while on Monday she beat fellow American Christy Ahn 7-6, 7-2, 6-0 in the first round at Roland Garros. Williams won the French Open in 2002, 2013, and 2015 and is currently ranked 9th in the world. Neymar and ALVARO will not be punished for alleged racist comments made during the League One match between Paris Saint-Germain and Marseille. The pair clashed during an ill-tempered classic on September 13, with Neymar ultimately seeing red later on along with 4 other players after an on-pitch fracas. Neymar, who had hit the Marseille centre-back on the head as he was storming off the pitch, appeared to suggest he had been racially abused by ALVARO. Meanwhile, Marseille coach Andre Villas-Boas doubted the claims, though insisted there would be repercussions if any abuse had occurred. However, after an investigation into the incident, the football professional LFP has cleared both Neymar and ALVARO due to insufficient evidence. Neymar served a 2-match suspension for his red card, while Angel Di Maria is currently serving a 4-match ban for spitting at ALVARO. With that, we've come to the end of the news. A recap of the headlines. ILAKA felicitates with Oyo residents, urges peaceful coexistence. Nigerians to take tough decisions for Nigeria to survive, says BUHARI. On foreign scene, South Africa opens borders to African countries, limits 50 nations. In exciting world of sports, Neymar and ALVARO avoid punishment for alleged racism. Please do not forget to always adhere to COVID-19 safety measures. The news was compiled by Mobola Fadekale. I am Olaide Amonsi. Good day and thank you for watching.